Oh, you ready? Mm-hmm.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Now they try the right side here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 43. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback.
Oh, damn. Stumbled.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
70, 80.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, lock it. Check. Deep grip.
Block now on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Hey, foxtrot.
Looking to throw again on 2nd
he was
down. Block. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
But what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. 50's a mark. And get that ball. Get it.
On first down, 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, boy. Topper. Don't be scared of it. Check. Hit it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Hey, dude.
Try to punch it into 2.
Nope.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best
Oh,
part.
yeah.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
60 outlaw. X3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. All day, baby, all day. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Pick it up. Pick it up. Get.
Back to throw. Lawrence. This will be caught by Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Hey, pick up.
On 3rd down, Lawrence able to haul it in as Kittle. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. George Kittle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke.
Oh,
that
fuck.
is incomplete.
Come
Showing
on.
off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making
And he's
plays like that,
gone.
they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready? 18 Gator. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't snap.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Catch is made by Harry. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 50.
2nd and 4. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got it.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They run with Taylor. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. 8, read. Hey, Charlie. 50, Mike, 50. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Lawrence.
Ooh, baby.
Incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
50.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the screen. Watch the coaching. Spell. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, orbit. Check 13. Check 13. Mike 50. Mike 50. Go. Time.
To throw again. Lawrence. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw. Lawrence. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100-plus in this one in order to stay in that race.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Go. Check out.
On 1st down, it's Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready, 50, plant. Topper. Hey, Alpha. Yo. Hey, mine's 50. Here we go. Mike 50, Mike.
2nd and 14. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Taylor, and an alley to run. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the 1st, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, seam 6, 5.
On 4th down, Lawrence. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, box drop, box drop.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
60 outlaw. General West. Hey, high 7. 50, Mike 50. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50. Hey, watch the slap, watch the slap.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. The give to Taylor. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
On the ready. 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, 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 hey.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
We got this.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
15 line. 15 line.
He's brought down by Jabril.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They look to throw. It's locked.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready. 60 or.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Ready to break. 53, Mike. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Secret.
Lock now on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Back, hey, zoom.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 50, check 50.
Taylor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Slam, slam. 2 draw quarter. Smoke. 2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence connects with Kittle underneath. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's
no first, no first.
Before getting it inside the 35.
Oh, fuck that bullshit. Come on.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. 49, check 49, check 49. 5.
Now a give, right side. Taylor, there he goes again.
Fuck.
He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Oh, fuck, he was open.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Go.
Here's Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 24. Joker. Kill.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing.
Yeah, you're going to lose in the NFC Championship.
Down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought
fuck
down
that bitch.
awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Let's go, 950.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. X3, 218, chopper. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
50's the mic. We got it. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Man, I got you. Hey. Go. 50, Mike, 50. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Lock gonna throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Minnesota, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, this was basically just a